Welcome to another video of Breaking Bad English with me, David. Now, every year over 90 million are made. There are about 1.3 billion of them in use in the world today. They have over 300,000 unique moving parts within them. What am I talking about? I'm talking about cars. They come in all different shapes and sizes. You can have saloon cars or sedans, estate cars, sports cars, 4x4s, MPVs, you name it, they're available. But in this video, I want to look at one car in particular, the most popular selling roadster or convertible car, which is also known as a cabriolet or soft top, the most popular in the world. And it is the Mazda MX5. Fondly known as the Miata. So here we go, let's look at this car. I have a prime example here. This is a 2008 Mazda MX5 NC. So model NC is the third generation of Mazda Miata they made. And here is the car. Now in the video I want to talk about vocabulary relating to cars. So first of all, we have the bonnet. Okay, this is called a bonnet in British English. In American English it's called a hood. Here we have the front bumper and the registration plate at the front. This is called a grille down here, which allows air to flow into the engine to keep it nice and cool. Here we have the headlights. Actually it's the headlights and side lights in one unit. And the indicator light. So we have the turning signal in American English or indicator light in British English. That's the front of the car. Now let's move around. Here we have the front wheel. Okay, one of the front wheels anyway. And these are alloy wheels. We have the brake calipers here, which are painted red on this car, and the brake discs. You can see them there. This is known as the front wing of the car. Obviously a car has not got wings, but we call it in British English a wing. In American English they call that the fender. Here we have the windscreen in British English. American English it's called the windshield. And here, windscreen wipers. So these clean water off the windscreen when it's raining. Okay, moving round. This is a two-door car, so two doors, it's only got two seats. This is called the rear view mirror, or actually wing mirror we would normally call it, wing mirror, but it's not on the wing, so I would call it a door mirror on this car. Here is the handle, door handle with the lock in it. Like most cars these days, it has a remote control locking system. Right, the back wing here, and the wheel of course. And this is the petrol fuel cap here, the filler cap. So this opens, you put the fuel in. Now we're moving around to the back of the car. Now a difference again between American English and British English, because in British English we call this compartment within here the boot, but in American English they call it the trunk. And there we can see the trunk of the car. It's not very big in this car because it's only a two-door and two-seater sports car. Now there's the rear bumper here, and I should point out these two pipes here, if you can get that in there, these are called the exhaust pipes. So the exhaust system runs underneath the car to two external pipes, tail pipes at the back. Here we have the aerial, which is for the entertainment system in the car. This car has got a radio and CD player. And that's about it. Now this is obviously a soft top car and the hood is down, and because of that it's easy to show you inside the car, so I will show that to you in a moment. Okay, just going to mention something about the tires. These are obviously pneumatic tires on the car. They're quite low profile, they're not very thick like that. It's important that cars have good level of tread on the wheel, or the tyre I should say, and these grooves here, because that allows for water to be dispersed from underneath the tyre. So yeah, They're called tyres. In British English, spelt T-Y-R-E, but in American English, T-I-R-E. Thank you.
All right.
So now talking about the interior of the car, this is called the ignition key, and that goes into the ignition lock. There we go. You can hear the Miata in action there. What I'm doing now is I am revving the engine. I am revving the engine. Okay, I'll turn it off now. There. Okay, this is called a steering wheel, and obviously with this you steer the car whichever direction you want to go in. The instrument cluster in front of me is made up of a speedometer, which measures the speed we travel at, and a rev counter on the left side. There is also a temperature gauge here and a fuel gauge, which tells me how much fuel is in the car. This car also has an oil pressure gauge, which is actually fake, but it is in the car. In the center of the steering wheel there's a horn, there it goes, and we have two stalks on either side of the steering wheel. This one is for the windscreen wipers, which when pushed up makes the windscreen wipers operate, and on the left hand side is the stalk which controls the lights. Okay, here is the entertainment system. This is quite an old car, so it has a radio CD player. Not many cars have CD players these days. Another feature of this car is it has air conditioning, which is quite nice. I'm not sure why you'd want air conditioning in an open top car, but it has it anyway. It also has a good heater, which is very useful in an open top. This is called the gear stick, okay, and this car has 5-speed manual gearbox. So it has first, second, third, fourth and fifth gear, and it also has a reverse gear. This is called the handbrake. There, you apply it with your hand, not your foot, which is why it's called the handbrake. And this needs to be on when the car is parked. There are 3 pedals below my feet. The right hand pedal is called the accelerator. This controls the speed of the car. The middle pedal is called the brake pedal, and you actually operate the accelerator and the brake pedal with your right foot. On the left hand side is the clutch pedal, and the clutch pedal needs to be depressed when you change gear, like that. Okay, so that allows the engine to disengage from the gearbox and you can change gears. This car has heated seats in it, which is also another nice feature. The seats in the car are leather. This is called a glove compartment there, and you keep your papers for the car within that, and CDs, whatever. This car, strangely, has 4 cup holders in it. I don't know why it has 4 cup holders, because only 2 people can sit in the car. Maybe they drink a lot. Yeah. Okay, this is the rear view mirror, the central one inside the car, so we can see behind us well. A few vents here for the heating, etc. And that's about it with the inside of the car. Oh yeah, one more thing, I nearly forgot it, but of course we must not forget it, are seat belts. Cars here have seat belts these days, and it is compulsory to wear them when you drive a car. Right, I've now popped the hood, or opened the bonnet in British English, and we're going to have a quick look at the engine. So move around to the side with me, but I do have to find out how to open it as usual, which is not so easy, but there we go. Now the bonnet is open and we can see the engine compartment. So what have we got here? Well, underneath here is the battery. That's important. We have a engine coolant reserve bottle here, or tank, and that takes water from the radiator to allow the engine to stay cool. The radiator is actually down here behind the grille. Right, this car is actually a 1.8 litre 93 kilowatt engine. It's a petrol driven engine, and it is fuel injection. We can see a few things here. We can see the dipstick. and that measures the oil level within the engine, and on the Miata that needs to be checked quite often. This is the oil filler cap, so that undoes and you pour oil into there. Brake fluid there, over there in that thing. The rest of it is all electronics mainly. I'm not a mechanic and I can't tell you every single part within the engine, but I've just mentioned some of the important points there. Okay, it's a lovely engine, it's quite clean. So I have parked the car in my garage. Just to conclude, I hope you enjoyed that video. I did make one mistake early on. I said the car had 300,000 unique parts. That was incorrect. It's actually 30,000 unique parts within it. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and join me again soon on another video of Breaking Bad English with me, David. See you soon. Goodbye. Bye.